Yes, so my people, I'm live again. Yeah, live again. Out on the street, about to ride again. Anyway, my people, anyway, we have two things to look at. Um, the way the Muslims look at um, the way they look at the Bible, the way they analyze the Bible, and we also going to look at this Muslim called Mufti Menk, boasting, trying to make himself believe that he's doing something great. He looks like Jesus, and the women of Islam are like Mary, the mother of Jesus. So we're gonna look into this, and we're going to look at this naive Muslim called Adamu, something that he's saying about God becoming a man. You know, just to put him in his place, I will just reveal his religion in the process of putting him in his place. So the first thing we're going to look at, first thing we're going to say is all praises to the triune God, the God who is above all gods, the God who gives us wisdom to decipher things and to make sense of sensible things and to make nonsense of things that are nonsense. And Islam is nothing but nonsense. Another thing that we want to say is thank you guys for everyone who have subscribed to the channel. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys, and God bless you guys. So the more people who know about the channel, the more the message go around. So what we want to say right now is just to show you this video of Mufti Menk boasting, literally boasting to some school children. This is Islam and its ignorance, man. So he's boasting to some school children about how much he looks like Jesus more than the Christians, and how much the women of Islam look like Jesus' mother. So let's get into this video. Oh wow. These Muslims, man, I don't know. Wow. What is going on?
One day, I was invited to a Christian school to speak, and it was a girls' school. So I went to speak.
So he went to a Christian school, and it was a girls' school. Wow. So it was a girls' school. So you hear this man boasting on little girls. Just little girls. And he's going to go there and boast. He was invited to a Christian school to speak. And I don't know who would invite a Muslim to a Christian school to speak. These if this is a true story, because these Muslims will lie to promote themselves. But this is a true story. Why is it that Christians are inviting Muslims to their school to speak without any and monologues and stuff like that, without anyone counteracting what they're saying? Why do you do that? Why do you take a Muslim into your school if it was a Christian school, according to this naive wolf?
Speak to them, and the first question they told me is, why do you have a beard? Why do you have a beard? So I said, what do you mean? They said, no, these are Talibans.
If somebody asks you, why do you have a beard? Some kid asks you, why do you have a beard? And listen to his reaction. He said, I said, what do you mean? You know he's lying. Some kid asks you, why do you have a beard? and you and you said to the kid, what do you mean? The kid asked a plain question, why do you have a beard? And you said to the kid, these are children. Do you see how naive this donkey is? The kids asked, why do you have a beard? And you said, what do you mean? And then you said, these are Taliban. The kid said, these are Taliban. The kid asked you, why do you have a beard? And your first answer to the kid is, what do you mean? Wow, what a beautiful man. I don't know about these wolves, man. So you're gonna listen to this guy, and you will say, you will know that nothing he say can be trusted. You know, he's not really telling people the truth. Because if a kid asks you, why do you have a beard? and you said, what do you mean? This guy doesn't make it much sense, don't he? Look, and it's narrated, it is captioned so you could see it easily. So I said, the kids said to him, why do you have a beard? The kids said to him, why do you have a beard? He said, what do you mean? They said, no, these are Taliban. The kid asked, why do you have a beard? Answer the kid's question. He said, what do you mean? If somebody asks me, why do I have a beard? I have a beard too. If my beard might not be as bushy and painted as his beard is painted, because you could tell his beard is painted or dyed, whatever they call it. So if somebody asks me like, hey, why do you have a beard? I'm going to say, what do you mean? What a donkey, man.
Talibans. So Allah put it in my mind. This was a pure Christian.
Allah put it in his mind. Look, Allah is so beautiful. Allah just goes zoom and just put it into his mind. And it was a pure Christian school. So Allah put it in his mind. I wonder which school is that? You need to tell the name of the school. It's a lying butt. Allah put it in his mind. Allah does zap it into his mind.
They had idols that they have, little pictures and portraits and
so. They have idols. They have idols and little pictures and portraits. So the little pictures and portrait are idols. But the big stone that you guys kissing every day is not an idol. What a beautiful religion. The big stone that the pagans used to circumambulate naked and used to perform tawaf to around before Muhammad, the advent of Muhammad, is not an idol. The very stone that Umar talked to, Umar see it as paganism to the point where when Muhammad kissed the stone, Umar talked to the stone and said, I know you are a stone. Can you imagine the paganism that was involved in it to the point where Umar talked to the stone? A man, intelligent man, is talking to a stone. Do you see? Do you see the stupidity? But then this idiot is talking about they had idols. Do they worship the idols that they have? Do they bow to it 5 times a day? Do they believe that the stone will become will be given a mouth and a tongue, and be given eyes and tongues and speak on the day of judgment? Do they believe that? Do they go there and smooch and kiss the stone, kiss the idols, the little pictures and the portraits? See this, guys? From his old conversation, you know that he is insincere. And this is what a Muslim is. Muslim are. These Dawah preachers, they are very insincere.
So on. I said, you know, to be very honest with you, we follow the prophets.
He said, to be very honest with you, we follow the prophet. Which prophets you follow? Do you eat camel meat? Did Moses tell you to eat camel meat? So if you say, okay, let's say Moses. Let's start with Moses. Do you eat camel? Yes. Did Moses tell you to eat camel? No. So which prophet do you follow? Do you drink camel urine? Possibly. Did Moses tell you you can drink camel urine? No. Which prophet do you follow? Do you follow a man who says when a man married to his wife and he divorced his wife cannot remarry him until he go out there and marry to a next man and have sexual intercourse with the next man, then she can come back and remarry her ex-husband? Isn't Moses against that? Didn't Muhammad say that a woman, if she divorced her husband, she cannot go and remarry her husband? She had to go and have sex with another man, marry to another man, have sex with another man, with the other man, then she can go divorce that man and then go back to her ex-husband. Did Moses agree with that? No. Moses wrote that it's abominable for a man to even go back to his wife, his ex-wife. So how you follow Moses? I want to know that. How you follow Moses? Did Moses believe that you can go to war, capture women, and have sex with them? No. Moses wrote that you can, during war, they take women and you marry to these women. And if you don't no longer like the woman, you give her a divorce, a document of divorce, and you cannot sell her. In Islam, Muhammad, the man you follow, were capturing women, allow his men to have sex with them, and then sell them as slaves. Where you ever seen Moses do that? So, you follow you follow all the prophet. Which prophet do you follow? Stop making honest. To be very honest, look at this, and how very honest this idiot is. To be very honest with you, we follow the prophets. Which one? Which prophet is that tell Muhammad that he can go and capture women and fight his wars and capture women and then allow his men to have sex with them and then sell them as slaves, as Bukhari and Muslim show that Muhammad did? So which prophet, or when you follow all the prophets, how is this? Do you keep the Sabbath holy? So you're going to say, boast and say you follow all the prophets. You're a donkey or you're a liar. So while you are here boasting, it didn't take far into his conversation to see that this guy is an idiot. They say Isa is a prophet, and according to what we know about Jesus, the fake Isa could never be Jesus, because Jesus says, do unto others as you like them to do unto you. And what was Muhammad doing? What was Muhammad doing? What was Muhammad doing? Muhammad went to the Jews and tell the Jews, accept Islam and you'll be safe. He wanted to expel them from the land, and if they accept Islam, they'll be safe. Muhammad was capturing people, robbing caravans, doing all kind of evil. So which prophet do you follow? The only prophet you follow is the false prophet Muhammad. You're lying to the people because you have a beard. They ask you about a beard and you say you follow all the prophets. So you believe all the prophets have a beard. Wow, what a beautiful guy. So the children, little babies, possibly little girls, but Muhammad have sex with a 9-year-old. So to him, he believed that he should go to these kids like an adult and start boasting to these kids like these kids are adult. Girls, he went to a girls' school, but because his prophet have sex with a 9-year-old, this man go to the school. So he prophet have sex with a 9-year-old. And he go to this school to boast on these little kids in the school as if they are adults. Do you see the stupidity of this donkey? You know, kids ask him a question, why do you have a beard? And he go there, and what he go there to do is to boast that he follow all the prophet. And obviously, these kids know that he could not follow all the prophet. Do they know that? Do they know that he couldn't follow all the prophet? So he go there treating these little kids as if these kids are adults, or lying to the kids too. To be very honest, we follow the prophets. We follow the prophets. What prophets you follow? Do you keep the Sabbath holy? Do you? you follow all the prophets. Moses said to keep the Sabbath holy. Do you? Or can you follow all the prophets? There is no way you can follow all the prophets. No one in this age can follow all the prophets. This is naive and stupid. Because if you look at Surah 3, verse 50 from the Quran, it says that Isa make lawful for the Jews things that were unlawful to them. So how can you follow all the prophets? If one prophet made things unlawful, and then another prophet come and make it lawful, how can you follow all the prophets? You see, this guy is a donkey, a straight up donkey. He follow all the prophets. What he follow? What of the prophet he follow? And they asked him about his beard. This is how weird these idiots are. The kids just asked him about his beard. And all he got to do is explain to the kids why he have a beard. He go off into this nonsense to talk nonsense about following all the prophets, as if the reason they have a beard is because of other prophets. You know, this is how naive they are. Because if you look it up, why do Muslim men have a beard? Is it because they're following all the prophets, or is it because they're following Muhammad? Man, you just gotta just put it into Google, and you have this website, Christian and Islam. It doesn't take you long to find out Christian and Islam. How did the prophet take care of his beard? Oh, wide and long should the beard of the Sunnah should be the beard, should be a beard of the Sunnah. That's a question someone asks. Christian and Islam. And here is the answer here. I am 21 years old and I grow a beard of Sunnah. So, how did the prophet take care of his beard? So these people are fascinated by Muhammad, that they do everything that Muhammad do. You actually have some of them who actually have their beard a little red because Muhammad have his beard a little red. So they are imitating Muhammad, but they're claiming that they're following all the prophets. What did he apply on his beard? Listen, these are things that they want to know, because these are things that they do. And I will show you. There's a Muslim, there's a Muslim preacher here in the United States who have his beard as red as the head of a woodpecker, because Muhammad, they claim Muhammad have his beard red. So this man, black man, have his beard as red as the head of a woodpecker. And then say, oh, we follow all the prophet. How often did he comb his beard? Do you see the things that these people want to know? Let me show you this in case you guys may be thinking that, oh, he's making this up. Let me show you guys this. Hey, my people, nice to see you here. Dragon, how are you, sister? God bless you. So let me show you this, because you guys may be thinking that, Oh, he's just making up stuff as he go along. Do you see it here? You read it your own self. I am 21 years old and I grow a beard of sunnah. How did the Prophet take care of his beard? How did he what did he apply on it, on his beard? How often did he comb his beard? Can you imagine that? This is how they indulge they are into this nonsense of this man, that they even want to know how often he combed his beard. Wow, what a beautiful beard. Did he apply the thing? Look what he says. Did he apply the thing after or before combing his beard? If Muhammad put camel urine on his beard, man, they would do it. A walk in public smell like camel urine. But they claim, and listen to that now, here's the sheikh. The sheikh, the milkshake is going to answer. Submitted by editor. So the editor, submitted by editor on Wednesday, 2019. Wednesday was that April 17th. And this look like it's either from the Caribbean, because this is how we write date in the Caribbean. So this look like it is from either the Caribbean, somewhere. I think maybe, I don't know, I'm not sure. But anyway, so dear brother, sister, the Prophet had some sunnahs that were like his natural deeds. His dressing, eating, drinking, taking care of his body and cleaning it are like that. Most of them are included in the rules of good manners. You know, Muhammad took a bath in water with dead dogs and menstrual rags. And from the well of Buddha. When believers act in accordance with these sunnahs, they will illuminate their deeds. Do you see that? So if you act like Muhammad, so you see why these people are doing what they're doing and claiming that they're following all the prophets. These guys are cartoons, man. Aisha, so look, Aisha narrates some of these natural sunnahs from the messenger of Allah as follows. 10 are the acts according to fitra, nature. Clipping the mustache, letting the beard grow, using miswak. Miswak, I think, is a thing that you use to brush your teeth, to clean your teeth. Snuffing water in the nose. You snuff water in the nose is to get rid of, to clean Satan, because Satan sleep in your nose in the in the night, overnight. So snuffing water in your nose is cleaning Satan hotel room so Satan can sleep the next night. Cutting the nails, washing the finger joints. Wow. Wash your finger joints. Plucking the ear under the armpit. So a man is plucking the ear under his armpit. Muhammad was beautiful. Shaving the pubes. Wow. Yeah. And cleaning one's private part with water. What would you clean your private part with? Salt? Wow. And this is Sunan Nasai. Is that what this is? Nasai, I don't know if that, you would have to find that Hadith. But this is a Muslim website, not my, see it here? Answer and Islam. What a beautiful. This is why the length of the beard less than less than a handful is not regarded as sunnah. So the length of the beard less than a handful is not regarded as sunnah. The scholar did not say sunnah is fulfilled with that length. So you see why this guy have the beard, but he's talking about we follow all the prophet. They follow one man. They imitate him in everything. Some of them even stoop down to pee. They don't stand up like men and pee. They stoop down to pee. They go to the side of the road and they squat and pee. But they claim they follow the prophets. What is wrong with this guy? Kids, he go to a school and kids ask him questions, and instead of answer the kids like a man, he decided to show, oh, I'm better than you. Because what? His prophet had sex with a 9-year-old kid. So he in his head, he thinking he's talking to adults. So this guy in his head, because his prophet have sex with a 9-year-old baby. So when he talking to children, he must go off having a competition with these kids, not knowing that, hey, they are kids. They are kids. Just let them be kids and answer them according to their question. Just answer them. Why do you have a beard? Oh, our prophet have a beard, and stop lying. Our prophet have a beard, and that's why I have a beard. Because if Muhammad did not have a beard, these donkeys would not have a beard. To say that they follow the prophets, they are lying to themselves. So if you look, let me find it, just for the people, anybody who never know that Muhammad have sex with a 9-year-old. Let's let's put that up to show you why this guy would go, like me, going to a Muslim, a school with Muslim children and competing with them as if my religion is better than your religion. And because what? He believed in his mind, they are girls. He said they are girls. So in his mind, he actually believed that he is he actually believed that he is making any sense and saying anything of worth, because he's talking to little girls and they are adults. To him, in his filthy mind, they must be adult. Because why would you be competing with children about why would you be competing with children? I don't know. What you get from competing with little girls? I can't see. So I'm trying to find the Aisha Hadith from their sources. From their sources. I'm trying to find it from their source. So here we go. Let's show you here. It's a whole bunch of them. So whole bunch of resources. So this is for the people. I know most people who deal with Muslim, they already know these things. But this is for anybody, new to the channel, Jamaicans. If there is any Jamaicans who don't know about these things, we provide evidence of what we say. So here we go. So you go off there, and what is thing is to boast with these little girls, because you're dealing with little kids and they ask you a question, why do you have a beard? Answer the truth. You have a beard because Muhammad have a beard. You're trying to imitate Muhammad. Don't say, oh, we follow all the prophets. You're a liar. Sahih al-Bukhari, volume 5, book 58, number 236, narrated Isham's father. Khadija died 3 years before the Prophet departed Medina. He stayed for 2 years. He stayed for 2 years or so, and then he married Aisha. I think this is too big, so let's make sure that you guys are seeing everything, because then he married Aisha when she was a girl, 6 years of age, and he consumed, I think he mean consummated, but the right can't consume the marriage when she was 9 years old. Sahih Muslim, book 8, number 3310, Aisha, Allah be pleased with her, reported, Allah Apostle, may peace be upon him, marry me when I was 6 years old, and I was admitted to his house when I was 9 years old. So when it was, she says right there. But Sahih Muslim, book 8, Hadith 3311, Aisha reported that Allah Apostle married her when she was 7 years old, and she was taken to his house as a bride when she was 9. Her daughters were with her, and when he, the Holy Prophet, died, she was 18 years old. So you see, there is a lot more hadith that actually shows that Muhammad had sex with her when she was just 9 years old. Okay. So there's many hadith that shows that Muhammad have sex with this child when she was 9 years old. Sometimes they go to, I'm trying to find it from Muslim sources. From a Muslim source, it's better to show Muslim source. Okay, this is the Muslim website. Okay, here we go. So here it is, narrated. Yura, the Prophet wrote the marriage contract with Aisha while she was 6 years old and consummate his marriage with her while she was 9 years old, and she remained with him for 9 years until his death. And this is Bukhari, volume 7. This is Bukhari, volume 7, book 62. So you will see, is it 62? Yeah, book 62, right here. So Muhammad had sex with this child when she was 9 years old. So this is maybe why Mufti Menk decided, like, okay, I could talk to 9-year-old as if they are grown people and have competition with a 9. We follow all the prophet, and you guys don't follow all the prophet, but we follow all the prophet. This guy is a donkey, man.
Follow the prophets. And you know, I don't want to use the Prophet Muhammad's example because you don't believe in him.
So he said, I don't want to use the Prophet Muhammad example. You don't believe in him. But why is this guy have a long beard? Because he believed in Muhammad, not because he believed in Moses, not because he believed in Isaiah, Jeremiah, and Uzziah, and Daniel, and David, and Solomon, and that's not why he have a long beard. He have a beard because he believe in Muhammad, not because he following the prophets, as this idiot is lying to the children. Do you see this? If you can lie to children, you can lie to anybody. Children asked him a simple question. Why do you have a beard? Mufti Menk, answer the question and stop lecturing these children. Or maybe you're lying just to make yourself look good, but you're not looking good. You're looking like an idiot. Children ask you, why do you have a beard? And possibly the children may have mentioned the Taliban. But explain to them why you have a beard and stop talking about follow the prophet, because you have no clue if all the prophets have beard. And then look at the path that this donkey gonna gallop down.
Because you don't believe in him. We are talking now to Christians. But I want to tell you, when I walk in the streets of Harare, Harare is the capital of Zimbabwe, where I come from. When I walk in the streets of Harare, the small boys, they say, Jesu.
So when he walk in the street of Harare in Zimbabwe, the small boys say Jesu. Small boys. Do you ever notice that? The small boys say Jesu. Why did these little boys could say Jesu? Because when they look at the picture that people are using to represent Jesus, not the actual photo of Jesus, not the actual photo, because no one have an actual photo of what Jesus looked like, but the picture that they have nowadays that represent Jesus. So when people see it, people could say, oh, somebody is trying to portray Jesus. Somebody is trying to say Jesus right here. But notice who he said, the small boys. Little kids who cannot do it better, because when I see a picture that people use to portray Jesus, I don't believe it's Jesus. I know what they're trying to say. I know who they're trying to represent. But do I believe that picture is Jesus? No. Do I believe that that's how Jesus looked? No, I don't. Because I have a grown person mind. I know what they're trying to sell. I know what they're trying to say. But do I believe that Jesus actually looked like that? No, I don't. But the kids will believe that because they are children. So notice he said the small boys. Wow, what a beautiful Mufti.
They say Jesu.
So the small boys, they say Jesu. When I walk in the street, the small boys. So kids with their mind not developed to full mental capacity because they are still children. So you notice what he's doing. He's actually behaving like a child. Mufti is behaving like a child because he's judging things the way children judge things. This is what happened to you when you trying to sell Islam. He's judging things exactly the way a little child would have judged things. Wow, what a beautiful Mufti.
Small boys, they say Jesu.
They say Jesu, as if these boys know Jesu. Have they ever seen Jesu? Wow. Do they know what he looked like? If you put a picture of Muhammad up, then they cut your neck off. They cut your head off. Jesus came before Muhammad, but there was Jesu. He feels so good for them to call him Jesu. What a cartoon character.
You know what is Jesu? Jesus.
Do I look like Jesu? I got a long beard. Do I look like Jesu? I got a beard too. If I walk down the street, do you think that in Jamaica somebody gonna be like Jesu? Do you think so? No, they're not. Kids and culture. This guy is beautiful, man. Wow.
They say it's Jesus walking.
They say it's Jesus walking. Wow. So the kids look at him and say, that's Jesus walking. And he believe proud of it and believe, I'm walking like Jesus. I'm Jesus walking, man. You don't see that I'm Jesus walking? Instead of trying to imitate Jesus' life, he proud of children looking at him, not his behavior, and as Jesus' life, as Jesus. Wow. While he follow a man who disobey every single commandment of Jesus. He follow a man who disobey every single commandment of Jesus. But he's so happy when children look at him and say, just so. And and it's so funny, if a black man is walking down the street, the same place in Zimbabwe, because Zimbabwe is predominantly black. If a black man is walking down the street with long beard and have on the same kind of stuff that he dressed, and this donkey don't even know that the kids may not even be calling him Jesu because of his beard alone, because of the way it is portrayed that Jesus used to dress, the clothes that they see on the portrait of Jesus and in the movies of with the portrait of Jesus. He dressed similar. You see the stuff that he wear. So they may be saying that, that's what make them think, Jesus. And then he have a light skin. He's light-skinned. And they sell Jesus as a light-skinned person. So that's why they may be saying, just if a black man dressed the way he dressed, got beard, decent, and walked down the street, they would never say Jesus. He don't understand that stuff. This guy is a cartoon, man. The mindset of this Abdulocious. They suffer from Abdulemia. Adamu Bakari trying to interrupt my program. So, these Muslims suffer from Abdulema, man. They suffer from Abdulemia. Abdulemia is stupidity. Suffer from Abdulemia. So, let's get into this. Back into Mufti. Mufti is such a beautiful Muslim, man. I've never seen anyone like Mufti. He's so Mufti. He's so Mufti. This idiot cannot understand that I don't want to take call from him. So, it doesn't edify anybody taking a call from Adamu. I want you to listen. It doesn't edify anybody taking call from you and a messenger. So stop calling. You want to talk to me? I could give you the link. So what is wrong with this donkey, man? Donkey, if you want to talk to me, I could give you the link and you could come in and talk. Other than that, stop calling, stop disturbing. I'm going to block you so that you know that you need to have respect. You don't have any manners. You call me another time, I'll block you. Okay, so you need to be blocked. You need to be blocked. So let's block this guy, because this guy have no manners at all. This guy is like a child. He's just like a child. You're going to call and messenger. You're calling somebody on messenger while they're live. How is this edifying to anyone? Can anybody hear you speak when you are on messenger? No, they can't hear you speak. So how does it edify anybody? It's nonsense to call a messenger. If you want to speak, I give you the link so you could come and speak. You're a donkey, man. Stop galloping. Behave like you're a man. You're behaving like a donkey. Here's the link. You want to talk? You talk. But don't come here trying to get a side attention. You don't deserve that here. Anyway, so listen to the idiot Mufti now. So let's continue to listen to the idiot. And we're going to deal with this idiot who is calling in a minute.
But when they see your priest, they don't say that.
When they see the priest, they don't say, because the priests don't walk around and get out of their culture. Because each person got their own culture. Everybody have their culture. There's a Jamaican culture, the way we dress in Jamaica. There's a Nigerian culture. There's a Brazilian culture. Everybody have their culture. So these people don't go outside of their culture to imitate the dressing of Jesus. You know? To imitate the dressing of Jesus. I bet if a person see the way Muslims are behaving, they're not saying that the Muslims are imitating Jesus. Flying planes into buildings, suicidal bombing, killing people for blasphemy against Muhammad. Nobody is believing that you are imitating Jesus. So you're so proud of imitating, of believing that, oh, you look like Jesus. I look like a person. But you're not trying to follow the decency of Jesus. You're trying to boast about somebody saying that you look like Jesus. I'd rather look like a frog and follow Jesus than to be looking like Jesus and follow Satan. And this is what the Muslims do. They follow Satan, but they're boasting that they look like Jesus. We follow the prophet. And like when you say you follow a prophet, it's to dress like a prophet that means that you follow them. Or to look like a prophet that means that you're following a prophet. What a donkey, man.
Are you following what I'm saying? When they see your priest, they don't say there is Jesus walking.
Oh, wow. So a wicked person could go down the street. The wickedest person could go down the street in Zimbabwe the same way and look like Mufti Menk, and the children will say, Jesu. They will say the same thing. That doesn't mean that you're following Jesus. These are children. Do you see that Mufti is a donkey? Mufti Menk is a real donkey, man. A galloping jackass.
I say, but why? The reason is we follow Jesus as well.
Oh, this donkey follow Jesus. Which Jesus? Is fake Jesus or the real Jesus? Let me show you something that Jesus said that Mufti is not following. Let me show you what Jesus said that I know that this donkey Mufti doesn't follow, because you could hear them. And within this one little verse, you're going to see so many things that Mufti doesn't follow. Mufti is such a donkey. Can you imagine that? These are the warriors of Islam, and they have no sense at all. Look at this verse right here. And tell me if Mufti, the rat, is following this. Because Mufti... Matthew 6 verse 6. But when you pray, go in your room, close the door, and pray to your Father who is unseen. Then your Father who sees what is done in secret will reward you. Do Muslims pray in secret? No. You go to Zimbabwe. This is what I know for a fact. You go to Zimbabwe, and guess what you do? They have this thing called call of prayer. They go on this microphone thing, advertise their prayer. And there they go. And wherever they are, they disrupt whatever is going on. They will kneel down in your place, in your business place, and disrupt anything that is going on. And pray out in public. They pray and they train with their butt high up in the air. They pray wherever they pray. But what did Jesus say? But when you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father, who is unseen. Then your Father, who sees what is done in secret, will reward you. And when you pray, notice what Jesus said over here. And when you pray, do not be like the hypocrites, for they love to pray standing in the synagogue. These are the Muslims. So these Abduls believe that Jesus is supporting them. What a donkey. So Jesus says, they love to pray in the synagogue, and on the street corner, you will see Muslim praying on the street corner. Right now, if you do like this, look, watch this. And watch this. It's so easy to find them because what? They can't escape the internet. If you just do that, Muslim praying on the street. See, there are so many videos, so many images of them just in the street of New York, in wherever, blocking, even some of them blocking traffic. They will block the road, they will block just to impose themselves upon people. For real. That's their behavior. Look at this. All these images, let me show you guys. All these images of Muslims just praying wherever they feel like, imposing their religion on people. Because you go in to work, and because of them, you're late for work because of their nonsense. You see that? You see all these stuff? You see all these stuff? All these stuff. Look at all these stuff. Wherever, in the streets. I've seen them before in New York City when I used to live there. You see that? They come out with a rug, a carpet, like Aladdin carpet. You be like, oh, that's Aladdin. You think they're gonna fly? Like Muhammad says, Solomon have a flying carpet. On a magic carpet ride, a whole new world. I can't sing though. Don't listen to that. They'll come out with their magic carpet, man, and they pray to the genie. They'll pray to that genie, man. Do you see? Do you see that, man? But Mufti Menk is saying that, oh, we follow Jesus. You follow which Jesus? Your fake Jesus. Your fake created Jesus, created by a madman. Mufti, something is wrong with you. He said, oh, the reason is we follow Jesus as well. Look. So Jesus says in Matthew 5, verse 44, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. And if we look at Quran 48, I think is Quran 48, and tell me if this is talking about loving your enemy and praying for your enemy. You tell me this now. This is Quran 58, and there's also Quran 48. A similar verse is in Quran 48. Now, Jesus says, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you in Matthew 5, verse 44. And listen what the Quran says. You will never find a people who believe in Allah on the last day having affection for those who oppose Allah and his messenger. Having affection. So having love for those who oppose Allah and his messenger. And Jesus is telling you to love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. So you are telling me, oh, you're going to follow Jesus and follow your God at the same time. It's impossible. See, Mufti is a donkey. Mufti is a donkey of the highest caliber, because you cannot follow Allah and follow Jesus at the same time. You got to be talking about your fake Jesus. You have to be talking about your fake Jesus. You will never find, look at that, you will never find a people who believe in Allah and the last day having affection. Affection means love. And if you look at this one here, you will see that exactly what I say. Thou wilt not find folks who believe in Allah and the last day loving those who oppose Allah and his messenger, even if they were their fathers and their mothers and their brethren and their clan. So even your mother, your father, anybody, your son and anybody, you will not love them. But Jesus is saying to you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. So how you can follow Jesus and follow Muhammad at the same time? You can't. It's a nonsense. Mufti is just a headless, stupid Mohammedan who believe that he's saying something when he's not. So, if Adamu want to come on, I gave him the link. If he want to come on, he could come speak, because I'm going to talk about Adamu too. So, so let's finish with this Mufti nonsense, because Mufti is an idiot. They like to boast. That's what Islam give them, the license to boast about stupidity. That's what Islam do. Islam give Muslim the license to boast about stupidity and make no sense. And I will show you how Adamu is a donkey and he make no sense, just like Mufti too. Mufti and Adamu are from the same spirit, Satan.
As well. I did not see Jesus without a beard.
He didn't see Jesus without a beard, as if he have ever seen Jesus. Wow, what a beautiful Mufti. Anyway, I saw him with robe. So you see why the children call him, say Jesso, when they see him, because he have a robe, and Mufti wear a robe. If they had seen me, they would not say Jesso, because my custom is different. So should I imitate Jesus' custom and wear a robe in America, and wear a robe and wear whatever Jesus wear? No. Why? Why should I? I'm not from the culture of Jesus, so why would I wear what Jesus wear? I'm gonna wear what is the norm in my society. What is the normal for people to wear in my society? That's what I'm gonna wear. Put on a jeans pants, sneakers, or a Clark's shoes, or that's what normal for Jamaicans to wear. A t-shirt, and a normal t-shirt, a jeans pants, or a jogging pants, or a shorts, or with a sneakers, socks, a slip-on, Clark's shoes. That's what normal for Jamaicans to wear. That's normal. So you're not going to see me dressing like Jesus and boasting about, oh, because somebody said Jesu. People say Jesu because you look like what they portray to be Jesus. He said, anyway, I saw him with a robe. So because you dress in a robe, that, but the people, the children ask you, why do you wear a beard? You didn't wear your clothes because of Jesus. No. You didn't wear these things because of Jesus. You didn't wear your beard because of Jesus. So answer these children. They are children. They ask you a question. So if you actually go off into this elaborative nonsense, this shows how much of a hypocrite you are, because the kids are kids and they just want to know why you wear a beard. And according to this here, we see why Muslims wear a beard. Thus, there is no doubt that growing a beard is both natural and sunnah. This is what the website say. Growing a beard is both natural and sunnah. It is unanimously agreed that the amount of beard that is sunnah is as long as what the palm of the hand can hold. So you see, growing a beard is sunnah, not because you're following Jesus, because you're following Muhammad. Sunnah have nothing to do with Jesus. Sunnah have to do with Muhammad. Do you see how much of a donkey this guy is? He go off into this stuff with these children, acting like these children are grown. Adam Bukhari, in the video, click send by Olga, block me now. I block him from Messenger. I didn't block him from Facebook. I block him from Messenger because he's calling me while I am having a live. This is disrespectful. You calling me and it's not going to profit no one what you say, because no one can hear what he say from Messenger. When he's on Messenger, no one can hear what he say unless I'm going to answer him on my phone and put the phone to the mic, to the microphone. And I don't know how disturbing that's going to be. I've never tried it before. So if you really want a dialogue, you know, he could come on here and dialogue. I gave him the link. Here is the link again. So if you want a dialogue. But the nonsense is this, Mufti Menk is pretending as if he's not following Muhammad, he's following Jesus. And this is how nonsensical these people are. He's not following Jesus, he's following Muhammad. None of these people follow Jesus. None of these people are following Jesus, they are following Muhammad. So the lie that they tell. And then they don't realize that these kids, if they really want to know things, why do Muslims have a beard? They could Google it themselves. Look at this. Thus, there is no doubt that the growing a beard is both natural, not Jesus, no natural and sunnah. Nothing to do with Jesus. Nothing to do with Jesus. And you see, this guy, actually, the website is giving citation of what they're saying. So listen, the length of the beard is less than a handful is not regarded as sunnah. So if your beard is less than a handful, is not regarded as sunnah. The scholar did not say sunnah is fulfilled with the length. So you see, some scholars say that it is necessary to grow the beard as long as the sunnah, a handful, and that no part of it should be cut. But others say it is necessary to cut from the length and the width. So he's not following Jesus, he's following his prophet. And they follow this man to the point that they drink camel urine because he said it is okay to drink camel urine. Adamu Bakari, he believed that women have sperm because Muhammad say women have sperm, indirectly say. Muhammad did not directly say women have sperm. He indirectly say women have sperm. And ask Adamu Bakari right now if women have sperm. He will tell you, yes, women have sperm based on what Muhammad says. So you see, however, it is not permissible to lengthen or shorten the beard with the purpose of fame or show off. So you see, they are all about Muhammad, nothing about Jesus. But this idiot, children, can you imagine? Children ask this man about his beard and he must go off into a lecture with these children. Do you see this dude is an idiot? I gave him the link and he's still asking me to give him the link. What a cartoon character, man. I give me the link when I gave him the link twice. This guy's a donkey, man. Straight up goat. What is wrong with him, man? Something is wrong with your brain because you call on Muhammad's name. Now you put yourself to a shame playing this game. You are lame. Anyway, so let's get back.
Anyway, I saw him with robe, and you drew the picture.
So he don't believe that there's a proper picture, but he's so proud. I'm like, Jesus, they call me Jesu. The picture is not proper, and the children call me Jesu, and I dress like Jesu. Foolish, man.
Because we are not allowed to make those pictures. But you drew the picture according to your...
He's not allowed to make those pictures. But when Muhammad was lying about Aisha, because Kuala bint, I can't remember her last name, Kuala bint something, told Muhammad when Khadija died, Kuala bint, I can't remember her last name, she told Muhammad to get married. Muhammad said, to whom? She said, either a grown woman or a virgin. Muhammad was so interested in the virgin, so he asked, who is the virgin? The woman said to Muhammad, the daughter of the most loved creature to you, the dearest to you. I'm paraphrasing what the woman said. So the daughter of the dearest to you, which was Aisha. You know, Abubakar is the dearest to Muhammad at the time. I don't know if later it changed, because Muhammad actually promised Abubakar paradise, but then when one of the companion died, and the woman who was taking care of the companion said, Allah honor you. Muhammad says, how do you know that? He said, I am the companion of Allah, and I don't know if Allah honor me, what Allah will do with me. So the man died, and in death, after death, the only thing that comes after death is a judgment. You go to hell, you go to heaven. That's what comes after death. And when the woman who take care of the Muhammad's companion, the one who died, when death came upon him, and the woman says, Allah will honor the man who died. Muhammad said, how do you know that? I am the companion of Allah, and I don't know what Allah will do with me. But Muhammad was able to promise Abu Bakar heaven, a place in heaven. He's a beautiful idiot. But what I want to say, what I'm trying to say here is this. These people follow Muhammad, but claiming that they are following Jesus. He is the one to say that it is not, he don't believe it is Jesus. But because he looked like something that he don't believe in Jesus, he follow Jesus more. He's boasting that he follow Jesus more than the Christians. But he don't believe that it is Jesus. Wow. What a beautiful Muslim.
Oh, picture, I've got a beard. I look closer to him than any one of you.
I look closer to him. Who care about looking like Jesus? Did Jesus say that if you look like him, you're okay? Or did Jesus say, there's one that judge you? Let me actually find it. Do you see how dumb this guy is? This guy is as dumb as a dumbbell. I used to go to the gym and lift weight, and they have these thing called dumbbells. Muhammad, this guy, Mufti Menk, is as dumb as a dumbbell. Dumb as hell. Dumb as hell. Look at this, what Jesus says. Let me show you what Jesus says, because It's so silly to hear these people speak. I look like Jesus more than you. This and that. Do. I look like Jesus more than you. As if that's pertinent to any Christian. Like Christian worried about somebody looking like Jesus. Why do you believe that we worry about people looking like Jesus? The Captain Caveman. Yeah, these guys are cartoon. Why do you think that we worry about people looking like Jesus? Jesus didn't tell us to worry about looking like him. This is what Jesus says. There is a judge for the one who rejects me and does not accept my word. The very word I've spoken will condemn them at the last days. Not Jesus' look. So we don't care about looking like Jesus. We care about looking like Jesus' words. That's what a person should care about, looking like Jesus' words. Your demeanor, your life is Jesus' words, not looking like Jesus or we dress. Do you see how stupid this guy is? Where do you ever see Jesus say, dress like me? The Bible says, this is what Jesus says. There is a judge for the one who rejects me and does not accept my words. The very words I have spoken will condemn them at the last days. So the word that he spoken, he speak, is your judgment. He didn't say, look like me. Can you, you should try to look like me and you'll be safe. But Mufti Menk is worried about looking like Jesus. Oh, some little children see him walking down the street and say he looked like Jesus when no one knows what Jesus looked like. Mufti Menk is a donkey, man. So they were quiet because they are children. So Mufti Menk quiet some children and he boasted about it. What a stupid donkey. So one girl thought she was clever. One girl thought she was clever, and Mufti Menk is going to compete with a little girl now because Aisha was 9-year-old and Prophet Muhammad had sex with her. Listen to Mufti.
The girl thought she was clever, so she said, but what about your women? Why are they also covered?
So one of the girl thought she was clever and said, what about your women? Why are they also covered? You cover them.
You cover them. This question comes up all the time. So I said, because we follow the Mother Mary.
Oh, wow. Ain't Mufti a beautiful man? He followed the Mother Mary. He followed the Mother Mary. Where is it written that Mary look like this? What a cartoon character, man. Have you ever seen Mary look like this before? I don't know what's wrong with them. But Mufti Menk have no head. Mufti Menk have no head, man. Mufti Menk is a walking dead. Mufti Menk has no head. You look at this right here and tell me where you say that Mother Mary look like that. Mother Mary look like a ninja. Where is it written that Mother Mary look like a ninja? I would really like to know that. If Mother Mary was so covered. And why was Allah not worried about covering women? Yeah? Was Allah worried about covering women at any point? No, Allah wasn't worried about covering women. Let me show you who was worried about covering women. And who are these people following? Not Mary. They're not following Mary. These Muslims will lie to you to their teeth. Let me show you who they were following. Look who they were following. The wife of the prophet. This is Bukhari. Sahih Bukhari. So if you look at it, it says the wife of the prophet, Umar bin al-Khattab used to say to Allah's messenger, let your wife be veiled. Let your wife be covered. Cover your wife, boy. But he did not do so. Muhammad didn't care about covering his wife. He didn't care about covering his wife. That's the prophet of Islam. He didn't care about. He didn't do so. The wife of the prophet used to go to answer the call of nature at night. Only at Al-Manasi. So they used to go out and use the toilet at night in the spot. Because back in those days, you didn't have, they didn't dig toilet or flush toilet. And, you know, you go out into the field and use the toilet out there. You know, so they were going out to this place to use the call of nature. You know, one Sada, so Sada was one of Muhammad's wife. The daughter of Zema went out and she was a tall woman. So this woman was a tall woman. You know, tall woman, tall like a basketball player. I'm just having fun. She was a tall woman. Umar bin al-Khattab saw her while she was in a gathering and said, I recognize you, O Sada. Umar said so, and he was anxious for some divine order. So Umar was anxious. Wow. Umar becomes so anxious. Oh, I want some. You need to be covered. There's somebody need to cover you, man. I want a divine orders. I want some divine order regarding veiling. So you want the women to be covered. So Allah revealed the verse of veiling. Allah revealed the verse of veiling. Wow. Al-Hijab, a complete body cover, excluding the eyes. You see that? So Allah said, cover the woman, exclude their eyes. And they say, we are following Mother Mary. Where are they following Mother Mary? They're following Umar. Umar is the one who prompted Allah to cover women. Because it was so bad. Look how bad it was. That Umar was telling Muhammad, cover your wife. Cover your wife. But guess what? Muhammad did not care about covering his wife. Muhammad did not have the last care about covering his wife. Let your wives be veiled, but he did not do so. Let your wife be veiled, he did not do so. But guess what? When it comes to the time where there was Sada was seen going to the toilet in the gathering of women and in the toilet. All of a sudden, a divine revelation came and says, so Allah revealed the verse of veiling, al-hijab, a complete body cover, excluding the eyes. And then you're going to say that this is about Mother Mary. Where is it written that Mary was covered like these Abdul? Nowhere. Not only that, look at this. It's not only that. Umar is going to show that Allah is a fraud. Umar is going to show that Allah is a fraud. Allah is a fraud, God a fraud, God a fraud, God. Allah is a fraud, God a fraud, God is He. He climb up above his throne. Okay, here is Umar. My Lord agreed with me on 3 things. So God agreed with him on 3 things. I said, oh Allah messenger, I wish to take the station of Abram as a praying place. So kaboosh, Allah came to the rescue. look at the part right here. And as regard the verse of veiling, and as regards the verse of veiling of the women, I said, O Allah Messenger, I wish you order your wives to cover themselves from the men. Notice what he says, from the men, because good and bad ones talk to them. So Umar was not worried about covering all women. He was worried about covering Muhammad's woman. And there's a lot of possible reasons why Umar would be worried about covering Muhammad's women. Because it was obvious that there was a culture in the time, a very lustful culture, which even Muhammad was involved in, that lustful culture, where he saw his adopted son's wife and did not stop until he take the man's wife, using the Quran to take the man's wife. So there's a lustful culture. And there is actually a hadith where Muhammad saw a woman going down the street and he could not control his desire to have sex with the woman. So he ran home and have sex with the wife he stole from his adopted son, the wife called Zainab that he stole from the adopted son. So you see the lustful culture and the culture of not being able to control your lustful desire to the point where you saw a woman and you have to run home to have sex with your wife. So I'm going to work and I saw a woman and I have to turn back from work. I said, baby, I gotta come home. Something happened. And my wife is worried, like, what happened, babe? And I couldn't tell her because I have to come home. What a craziness. So Muhammad saw a woman go in the street, lust after the woman. Then he run home to the wife he stole from his adopted son, have sex with her, and then he come back to his companion and said, the women advance like the devil. He got the mind of a devil. And then these idiots, the idiot Mufti Menk said, I follow Jesus. But what did Jesus say? Whosoever look on a woman and lust have already committed adultery with her in his heart. That is Matthew 5, verse 28. Do you see? And these are the people who follow Jesus. You follow Jesus. No, you don't follow Jesus. You wish you were. No, you don't. If you wish you were, you would have. You're lying. But look what he says here. O Allah Messenger, I wish you order your wife to cover themselves from the men, because good and bad ones talk to them. So the verse of veiling of the women was revealed. But look at this one right here. Once the wives of the prophet made a united front against the prophet, and I said to them, it may be if he, the prophet, divorce you, all that his Lord Allah will give him instead of you wives better than you. So the verse, the same as I said it, was revealed. And this is Surah 66, verse 5. So the Quran say, if you can write a verse, anybody who can write a surah like the Quran, anybody can write a book like the Quran, anybody can write a surah like the Quran, anybody can write an ayah like the Quran. But here it is, it shows that Umar could write like Allah, since Umar is the one who gave Allah this verse. Umar gave Allah a verse for the Quran, the same as Umar said it. Mohammed automatically got it from a bell. Muhammad said, sometimes the revelation come to him like the ringing of a bell. So when Umar said this, all of a sudden a bell goes off in Muhammad head. Bing, 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 bing. And there goes revelation of Surah 66, verse 5. Just like Umar said it. Oh, beautiful is Umar. But look at Mufti Menk. Let's continue with Mufti Menk. So you see, nothing that these people do that Mufti Menk has said have nothing to do with Mary. He's just talking with his mouth because he have a mouth and it have the ability to speak.
Close. Topic.
And listen to the people. Like his mouth is filled with barbecue chicken and he can't open his mouth to laugh. Topic closed. And then the idiot said topic closed. To children. If it was grown people, this idiot could not say these things to these grown people who know Islam. He couldn't say these things to these people, but because he's talking to children. And listen, topic closed. What a donkey. Topic closed. The case closed. I confound these babies. So the case is closed. I'm such a beautiful, beautiful Mufti. So, you see what I'm saying? This is Islam for you. Naive stupidity. How?
Topic closed. Our women are closer dressed to what Christianity teaches than.
Say their women are closer dressed to what Christianity teaches. Did Christianity teach this? Did Christianity teach to put your woman as a ninja? Where is it Christianity tell anybody to ninjarize? What a beautiful word. I like it. I think that should be the next word that is going into the dictionary. Ninjarize your women. Ninjarize? Yeah. Just leave out her eyes while she's ninjarize. Her eyes, yeah. So this morning I rise. And I look at my wife where she lies. And I look at my wife where she lies. And I said, I wish that she was ninjarize. Cover her body, only leave out her eyes. That's way I want her ninjarize. So I look up in the sky. Eyes. Yeah. As the morning sunrise from the eastern skies, yeah. And I say, I want her ninjarize. I want to see only her eyes. I don't want another man to see my prize, yeah. I just want them to see her eyes. Look into her eyes, yeah. Look into her eyes. So the craziness about this ninjarization was so bad that it turned Aisha into a crazy girl. Let me show you why. When Aisha wanted men to come in and see her, because Muhammad have her all veiled up as a ninja. When Aisha want men to come in and see her, Aisha would ask her family member to breastfeed men. It gets so bad that people start complaining to Muhammad about the ninjarization. And who can see the woman's face, to the point where Muhammad was giving orders for women to breastfeed grown men, so that these grown men would become, as it were, their own children, so that these men can see them without their face ninjarized. This is the stupidity that came from this. And this idiot is saying that than Christian themselves. That Christian, is this a part of Christianity to ninjarize your women like this? No. Let me show you something, what Paul wrote, and just to show you how naive these people are, taking things out of context. Nowhere did Paul say you should ninjarize your women. Paul didn't tell no one to ninjarize their women. No one at all. Because I know where this naive person coming from. I'm going to look at my sister comment in a minute. I know where he's coming from. Paul never say to ninjarize your woman and to make them look like Japanese ninjas. No, that's not what Paul says. Look at this. Here is Paul speaking here. And people need to take these, look at these seriously. When the Muslim come to you with this nonsense, look at this seriously. But I would have you, know that the head of every man is Christ. So the head of every man is Christ. And the head of the woman is the man. And the head of Christ is God. So that's what Paul says. Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered. So notice what Paul is saying right here. Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonor his head. So if a man is praying with his head covered, he dishonored Christ. Do Muslims pray with their head covered? Yes. So how he's saying that he follow Jesus more than the Christian follow Jesus? That's actually what he want to say. No. Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonor his head. Do Muslims pray with their head covered? Because Jesus is not the head of a Muslim. So are you gonna say that you do better than the Christians? No, you don't. Every woman that pray or prophesy without her head, with her head uncovered, dishonor her head. So who she dishonor? Her husband. She dishonor her husband. For this is even all one as if she was shaven. For this is even all one as if she was shaven. So it would be like she was shaven if she dishonor her head. If a woman be not covered, let her also be shown. But if it be a shame for a woman to be shown a shaven, let her be covered. So this is talking about what? But every woman that pray or prophesy, not walking around in public like this. Notice what it says. If a woman pray or prophesy. So if you're praying to God, you're prophesying, you should cover your head. Not walking around in public like how you see they cover their women in public places. The women are hidden in public. You see a person and you believe it's a woman, and it possibly may not even be a woman. Because you can't tell the boys different from the girls. Because what? You don't know who is under that thing. You know, nowhere in the Bible tell you to cover up your woman like this nonsense that this Abdul is trying to sell. So you see what we are saying. His wife was covered and circumcised. Yeah, they even circumcise women. They even circumcise women. This guy says, all I know is breast. Man, do you see the nonsense? Do you see the nonsense of this Muslim? So he is trying to say that they are closer to Jesus, are closer to the they're doing better than the Christian do. But it's a lie. It's a lie. You go to many churches, you see women wearing their covering. Even in homes, you see women getting ready to pray and they put a cover over their head. You see that all the time. You know, I'm not saying that there are not women who are exception to the rules, but you know, let the wheat and the tear grow together until the day of harvest. That's what the Bible says. You know, but don't boast that the reason you are covered is because you follow the prophet. No, the reason you are covered because you're following Umar, and Muhammad was following Umar, and Allah, quote unquote, Allah was following Umar, not because of anything else. The Jews were around Muhammad, and Muhammad never imitate the Jews for covering their women, covering their head. He never, until Umar saw one of his wife go into the toilet, and it affected Muhammad. So all of a sudden there was a verse that was revealed. Just like anything that affects Muhammad, verses are revealed. This is why Aisha could say, I feel that your Lord hastened to fulfill your desire. I might be paraphrasing her. Or it appears that your Lord hastened to fulfill your desire. So you see, Mufti Menk is nothing but a fraudulent guy. Fraudulent guy, man. Lying to his teeth. Oh, we follow Jesus.
Themselves. We are purer.
Oh, wow. We are purer. Do you see the self-praise stupidity? Look at this. Look at this. Let me show you something. Let me show you. Let me show you something. This is actually factual thing. Factual thing. Factual thing. And you research it anytime if you think I'm lying. This is factual. Factual stuff. I'm teaching you here. You hear these idiots say they are pure, covering your body without covering yourself with the blood of Jesus, covering yourself with the life of Jesus is nonsense. Look at this and look it up. Look this up yourself. Look it up. Majority Muslim country consume the most porn. If you look at the consummation of porn, the countries that watch porn, the most Muslim country. Pakistan, number 1 is Pakistan. Egypt is number 2. And you could look it up yourself on the research. Number 4 is Iran. Number 5 is Morocco. Number 7 is Saudi Arabia. Number 8 is Turkey. And here it is. Here is the link. So you're purer. You pretend in public to be pure. You pretend. And that's why Jesus said, do not do like the hypocrites do. Do not do like the hypocrites do, because you're living your life for a show to mankind, while you can't hide from. In Buju Banton have a lyric where he says, you hide from men but not your conscience. You can hide from men but not your conscience. You can hide from men, but God will impress on your conscience your evil. You could hide as much as you want to hide. And if you look at it thinking this is a lie, look at it. Here is another question. It's all over the internet. Why porn is exploding in the Middle East? Your women are covered like this, but you are the biggest porn. You are the biggest porn consumer. Why? Because what? The reason you cover your women like that is because of your mind. It's because of your mind. You're not covering your women because you're purer. No, you're covering your women because you cannot stop yourself from being impure. You cannot stop yourself. You don't have the Holy Spirit in you keeping you away from the evil. Keeping you away from the evil. So you have to cover yourself. You have to do physical things in order to pretend as if you're pure. This is what happening to them. They have to do physical things in order to present that they are pure. Look at this. Porn. You see it all over. all over. Arab and lesbian are the most popular category among porn viewers in the Arab world. Do you see? But they claim they're pure. And when you look, 10 countries, the top 10 countries, 6 of the top 10 countries in the world that watch porn is top 10 country are here we go. Countries where porn is illegal, so it's illegal, but it's watched like crazy there. Top 10 most porn watching countries in the world. Look at it. We're gonna go there and show you guys. Pakistan, Egypt, Vietnam, Iran, Morocco, India, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Philippines, and Poland. And look at them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 of them. And India also have a lot of Muslims. So 6, but just 6 of them are Muslim countries. 6 of them. And they watch animal and all the stuff. If you look at the kind of porn that these people watch, animal porn, all kind of nastiness, but they're pure. Oh, we are so pure. Just because we cover our women like ninja, we are pure. We are pure. Not because of the things that we have done. Even though I live like a son of a gun, I'm pure. Pure. I follow Mohammed. He consume my head, but I'm pure. I'm pure. I'm so pure. I'm pure like the water from the Evian spring. I'm so pure. I'm pure. I'm pure. I can't be no more pure. Mufti is a donkey, man. Mufti said he purer than the Christian. What a false illusion. And this is why I love the Bible. I love God. I love the Bible because I could tell the Bible is from God. He that thinketh himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceive himself. You find that verse in the Bible. Because our dependence is on Jesus, not on ourselves. And this is why I know that the Bible is real. Because it tells life and explain life and make you realize that nowhere in your life you should be boasting how much you pure or pure you are. Anybody you see boasting of how pure they are, what is it telling you? That they are impure. They are evil and impure. Look at it. We are pure. Wow. What did he use to get pure? Did he wash himself with dial? He may have used dial soap or Castile. Or what did he use? I don't know. No. Wow. Why Mufti Menk is so pure? Why Mufti Menk is so pure? He's so pure. He's so pure. He's pure human. Pure human. Pure carnal. Pure carnal. That's what he is. Stupid, man. We are purer.
We are purer.
Wow. You are pure Arab. You're a purer Arab. Or what are you purer? In what way? I am African and you pure Arab. What is it? I don't know what makes this guy pure.
In Christianity than the Christians themselves.
Wow. Do you see the idiot, man? You know, so following Umar and veil your woman make you pure. Can you imagine if women were not covered in these countries as they are covered? Wow. If they are the highest porn watchers in the world and their women are covered like ninja, what would that happen if they're not covered? No wonder when they come to the Western world, you see what happened in Europe, where they were having these grooming gangs who were raping women and doing all kind of crazy stuff over there. Because what? They are pure. Wow, man. This is serious matter, man.
Because look at the dress code.
Look at the dress code. Jesus said, let the wheat and the tears grow together until the day of harvest. People dress the way they choose to dress. That doesn't mean you're purer than no one. The Bible says, rent your heart and not your garment. Rent your heart and not your garment. People used to tear their clothes when they are repentant, or they are against something, or they used to rent their clothes. And the Bible says, rent your heart, not your garment. In similar way, it's not about your clothes, even though you're not supposed to dress nasty and go out on the street exposing your body. But it's not about your clothes, like, oh, you could dress and cover yourself, not because you are dressed and cover yourself like a ninja, and a woman is out there in a normal clothes that's not exposing herself. That doesn't mean that you are more holy and pure than her, because your heart could be filthy as hell, and you are covered up your filthiness with your garment. Your garment cannot cover your filthiness. Do you see the nonsense of this Muslim? Total nonsense. We are purer because what? We dress our women like ninjas. What a donkey. 100% donkey. So let's get out of that. We share something now from Adamu Bakari. We're going to go through this real fast because he was looking for attention earlier, and I want to give it to him. So this is the guy who was calling at the beginning of the podcast. He said, Jacob fought with God and wrestled him down. Jacob fought with God and wrestled him down. Wait a minute. Which God? The God who is 100% a spirit, according to John 4 verse 26. That had no flesh and bone, according to Luke 24 verse 39. I totally don't get it. Do you see how naive this guy is? You know, not because God is a spirit, that doesn't mean that God cannot take human form. The angels are also called spirit, according to the Bible. Let me educate this guy, because this guy is an idiot. Let me educate him. Let me educate you, because this guy is not very bright. Not a very bright guy, yeah. So if you look at it, let's show it that, oh, this guy is not a very bright guy. The guy believed that because you're a spirit, you cannot take the form of a man. But jinns are fire, but they can take the form of a man. So this guy believed that because you're a spirit, you cannot take the form of a man. So look at this. Who make his angels spirits, his minister a flaming fire. So the angels are spirit also. But we see where angels can become man. They can come to you in the form of a man. And even in the stupid Quran, we see where the spirit of Allah came to Mary as a well-formed man. That's what he says. He came to her as a well-formed man. So we sent her our spirit, and he came to her as a well-formed man. So this is Quran. So let's share that too. Let's share that so you guys could see that these guys will throw their Quran under the bus to teach nonsense. So here we go. So the Bible said it teach that a spirit can become a man in the form of a man. And here is the Quran, what it says here. And she took in seclusion from them a screen. Then we sent to her, notice this one say our angel, but the Quran does not say angel. This is how deceptive some of the translation say. Ruh does not mean angel. And this is why Pickthall and the real translators translate it the right way. And notice what Pickthall says, and had chosen seclusion from them, then we sent to her our spirit, our spirit, our spirit, our spirit, our ruh. But they put it angel Gabriel. That's a lie. Our ruh is a spirit. Ruh is not an angel. Ruh is spirit. Ruh means spirit. But notice what the ruh, our ruh, but even if it's angel Gabriel, it is ruh means spirit. So we sent to her our spirit, and it assumed for her the likeness of a perfect man. So he came to her as the likeness of a perfect man. A well-proportional man. So the spirit came as a well-proportional man, a well-made man, a well-formed human being. Do you see? So a spirit can be a human. So not because he says God is a spirit, that doesn't mean that a spirit cannot come in the form of a human. So let's get back to the naive Abdul. Naive Abdul. So he says, did that spirit God transform to a man during the fight or what? Do you see how stupid he is? Never any make, just like I show you that Mufti Menk is a child, Adamu behaved like a child. From his Quran, we see where a ruh, a spirit, our spirit, Allah's spirit, came to Miriam and was a man, came as a man, and this idiot is going to ask, did the spirit God transform to a man during the fight or what? Was the spirit God adult Jesus, who according to the Christian is 100% man? What kind of stupid question are these? What a donkey. Do you see? And he believed he said something. If that was adult Jesus, as Christian claim, he is 100% man, then why did he need... Now look at the stupidity right here. Look at the stupidity. If that was adult Jesus, as Christians, and notice Christians with an apostrophe, not Christian with an S to mean plural, but one Christian possession with possessive. Christian claim he is 100% man, then why did he need, as if God have a need? God have no need. You know, see, this is how stupid these Abduls are. Why did he need to come to the world as a baby or infant through an unclean way? What is unclean? Look how stupid this donkey is. What is unclean? What is unclean? I would like to ask this Muslim a simple question, because when he's talking about through his mother, so what he's talking about is unclean, is must be the vagina of a woman is called unclean. It must be. But look at this. Look at this. Let me ask this Muslim a question. Let me ask him a question. I want to really ask him a question. You know, I really want to ask him a question. Look, but before I ask him a question, let me show him something. Because I really want to ask this Abdul a question. Because these Abdul, they gallop like donkeys, man. Their head is off their body, and they just galloping like headless donkeys. Their donkey is already foolish. And we're not a real donkey, you know, but an ass, a jackass. But they are headless donkeys. That means they are double fool, double idiot. Let me ask this Abdul this question here. So look what Muhammad said. Abu Hurairah reported Allah Messenger as saying, Allah descend every night to the lowest heaven when the third part of the night is over and say, so Allah come down to the lowest heaven, right where the birds and the bats fly. That's the lowest heaven. The lowest heaven is where the birds and the aeroplane, the bats and all that stuff fly. That's the lowest heaven. So I want to ask this Abdul, why do you think, why do you say stuff like this? Why do you allow your mind to say stuff like this, to believe like this, to believe in such a way that I want to know that in your mind you look at a woman giving birth to a child as an unclean way. Is it unclean that for a woman to give birth to a child? Is that unclean? What is unclean about a healthy woman giving birth to a child? I want to know that. I'm a nurse, and I want this donkey to tell me what is unclean about a woman giving birth to a child. What is unclean about that? I really want to know. I just want to know if he's an idiot. I just want to know. Look at this idiot. So he says, in an unclean way, Mary, but not as he just appeared in an adult form during Jacob time. Do you see the idiot is? So Jesus came to live as one of us, to save us, to live as one of us. If he was not from Adam, he would never be one of us. How would he be one of us? He came to as a son of Adam to save Adam's fallen race. If he was not a son of Adam, how would he be? How would he save us? He entered into our world to save us. If he was not a son of Adam, he have to be a son of Adam to save us, to set our example, and to die for our sins. He had to be one of us to set a perfect example. Because if he was other than us, then we could say, hey, because this is how we are as human beings. You are giving us a burden that we cannot bear. You give us a burden that we could not bear. But we cannot say that to Jesus, because according to the book of Hebrew, we cannot say nothing to Jesus when he's judging us, because the Bible says judgment is given to Jesus because he is the Son of Man. And why, people don't put too much to this. Why do you think it is given to him? Because he is the Son of Man. Why not the Father judge us? Why do you think it is not the Father who judge us? Why do you think that authority is given to execute judgment also? Because he is the Son of Man. John 5 verse 27. And had given him authority to execute judgment also because he is the Son of Man. There's two things to look at. He is the Son of Man because he is God manifested as a man. And not only that, because he is man. We have a high priest. So if you look at another verse that so correspond, we have a high priest. So let me see. So if you look at the book of Hebrew, what the book of Hebrew is going to say, you will see how the Bible makes sense. For we have not an high priest which cannot be touched with the feeling of our infirmities, but was in all point tempted like we are tempted, yet without sin. So that's why judgment is given to him. Not only that he is God as a man, but because he can relate to us. And this is how fair God is. He can relate to us because what? He became exactly like us. Not because, he became a man, but he is not Adam's son. He became a man, but not Adam's son. He would not be like us if he became a man, but not Adam's son. Abdul, take these things into consideration before you speak. Take these things, but I know it's difficult for you. It's very difficult. You're Abdul. The reason Jesus became man like us from Adam's fallen race, Adam's offspring, is because he became exactly like us to show us compassion. Exactly like us, so he could relate to us, even though he knows everything, but in real time, he can relate to us. He feel what we feel. In real time, he feel what we feel. Because he was tempted the way we are tempted. He became our judge. And because we are evil, and we will point at God and said, you give us something that was difficult for us to keep, and now you want to destroy us. The Son of Man is there to stop us from saying these evil. Because guess what? He is a man. He became 100% human like us. Not a human person because he exists as a person of God, but he became 100% human like us. To do what? To do what? So he can have compassion on us. And not only that, so that the evil of us cannot accuse him of any evil. Just like this donkey don't understand. But anyway, let's continue. How can an ordinary human being beat God and even wrestle him down? This is how stupid this guy is. A womb grab Allah by his gonads. According to the Islamic narrative, a womb was able to hold on to Allah. A womb, the womb of a woman, was grab on to Allah. Let me see if I can find that real fast. The womb take hold of Allah, man. Womb grab Allah by his loins. It actually said by his loins, by his balls. By his loins, man. A womb grab Allah by his balls. You know, the best. The best. The best place to get. Let me actually show you from here. Cause this this one might be more interesting. let me show it from here. My sister here is more. So Allah got a womb grab Allah by his balls, but this guy talking nonsense.
Topic. So what is the topic?
The topic is Allah and the womb, and and why it is that it triggered a lot of not very nice feelings from Muslims.
So, according to Islamic tradition, Allah has face. Today we are going to focus on the womb and what is this womb. But let's just give quick background. Allah has face. Allah has eyes. Allah loves. Allah. It's good that like Allah likes making people are making jokes.
I wonder if Allah laugh, what he sounds like. Ho, 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 like Santa Claus. I wonder what Allah laugh like. Or he be like a girl. Is that the way a girl laugh? I don't want to be like of a sexist or something. A girl have a feminine. They laugh different from men. They don't laugh. They don't. They have their voice laugh. You know, I can't do it like them. I'm not one of them.
And then Allah thinks they are funny. Allah has hand. Allah has two right hands. Allah has palms. Allah has form. Allah takes his best form. Allah has fingers, and Allah has palms. Allah has fingers, and Allah does handshake. Allah has physical eyes and physical ears. Allah sits on a physical throne which is being carried by angels. And Allah has shin. Allah moves around. Allah, time to time, Allah comes and then checks the world out, what's happening in his creation. Allah has a waist. And Allah has foot. And Allah, of course, has shade. Okay? That
Allah put his foot in the mouth of L. L keep asking for more people to burn. Allah just get his big foot and just put his big foot in the mouth of L. Shut up, L. Wow.
That's kind of basics on Allah. We will be focusing on the one which is identified as Allah and the womb. That's what we are going to focus on.
And of course, we all know that Allah, with all these body parts that Allah has, He said in the Quran, there's nothing like Him.
Yes,
nothing
right.
creation.
Yeah, Surah.
Nothing like Him, but He got all these body parts. I am just like Allah. I have a foot. I don't know. I don't have a left. I don't have two right arms. Allah got two right arms, and Allah is handicapped. Allah foot is big till it covered the mouth of hell. What a catastrophe. Hell keeps saying, give me more people. Allah just, boom, shut up, hell. Put his foot in the hell mouth. Like, hell, if you don't shut up, Allah be like, hell, if you don't shut up, what's going to happen to you if you don't shut up? Hell keep Give me more. Allah just take off his shoes and put his big foot in L's mouth. Woo. Don't you say nothing more, L. Allah foot is big. Allah remind me of Bigfoot. There is no foot bigger than Allah's foot, man.
Surah 42, there is nothing like Allah. But
Yes.
Salafi Muslims kind of takes those attributes are like physical. Even like if you, we didn't go through, but if you read the hadiths, which I put, Allah has ears, Allah has hands, all those, Allah has chin. When individual narrator is describing those hadiths, he's like physically showing his ears, he's physically showing his like
I've seen them.
chin to make a point.
Yeah.
Let's read the first hadith, okay? So we will start with the hadith of Sahih Bukhari, hadith number 7502. Allah's messenger said, Allah created the creation, and when he finished them, from his creation, the Rahim, okay, that's the womb, got up, and Allah said to it, stop, what do you want?
So Allah said to the womb, stop, what do you want? So the womb got up. And Allah said to the womb, stop, what do you want? Man, can you imagine that? A womb got up and Allah said, stop, what do you want? Wow. Allah is beautiful, man.
It said, at this place I seek refuge with you from all those who sever with me. Allah said, would you be pleased that I will keep good relation with the one who will keep good relation with you, and I will sever the relationship with one who will sever the relationship with you? It said, yes, oh my Lord. Allah said to it, this is for you. And then Abu Hurairah recited the verse of Surah 47, verse 22.
So the womb speak to Allah. After Allah create, the womb got up and speak to Allah. What a beautiful religion. Wow. A womb speak to me last night. It said to me, no more abortion in me. Tell them to stop the abortion. Man, I wish womb could speak for real. Maybe we tell them like, no more abortion. I'm wondering why the womb didn't talk about abortion. Said to Allah, please tell them no abortion. No abortion. That's what the womb should have said. But the womb get up and talk about sever ties and sever this and sever that. The womb should have said, no, please, can you tell them no abortion in me? I don't want to be a cemetery. I don't want abortion in me. I don't want to be the place where people come to die. I want people to live in me. I don't know.
When Allah created the creation, he finished, then this womb stood up. So it shows you the importance of this womb. And it got up, and then Allah said, what? Stop, or what? What do you want? And then it says, it's just so bold in speaking to Allah. At this place I seek refuge from you. So it's demanding from all those who sever me. So
do we know whose womb is this?
We don't know whose womb is this.
Yeah, whose womb? Whose womb is this? Wow. You think it's Eve's womb? I don't know whose womb, talking to Allah and right there with Allah. And Allah says, stop! Stop, womb!
We don't know. All we know is what it is. We know that it is a womb. Well, we should call it the womb. It's not a womb, it's the womb. In the Arabic, it's ar-rahim. So this is not a womb, this is the womb. Respect, yeah?
The womb.
So it's very...
Muslims believe that you were once a soul before you become. So maybe the soul, the womb that gave birth to all those souls. I don't know which womb is this. It's just a womb. I wonder if this womb is unclean as this Muslim, Adamu, as Adamu said. I'm just wondering if this womb, because Adamu says, then why did he need to come in this world as a baby or an infant through unclean way? So I wonder what this unclean womb was doing so close to Allah. This idiot see a woman's womb or a woman's reproductive system as unclean. I don't. I'm a nurse. I don't. Unclean things that are unclean come from external sources. Things that are unclean that come from into your human body. Anything that is unclean in a human body come from external sources or poor hygiene, external sources. That's what uncleanliness, things that are unclean come from. And this is why as nurses, when you are doing procedures, you have to do aseptic technique, clean technique. You got to do all these technique. You have to follow these way of doing things because you are trying to stop external organism, external filth from entering into the body. You wash your hands. You even a surgeon, when they're gonna do surgery, if you notice the extensive washing of their hands and the purification, if a person is gonna do surgery, the night before the surgery, you have to bath that person in with certain soap, certain things. And even before the surgery start, they have to clean the area they're gonna cut with certain things. Pavadine, this, that other stuff they have to use to clean, to get rid of external sources, external things that can enter into the body. Nowhere for a person to say, oh, your body is unclean unless you have disease. And disease is not something that is natural to a person's body. A disease is not natural to a person's body. A disease is something that is an invasion of your body. It's not that, people who have disease that can be considered unclean disease, like an abscess or ulcer or something like that that's growing inside of you. It's not naturally a part of you. For you to say that unclean, a mother giving birth to a child is unclean. No, it's not. It is not unclean. And I'm going to show you how stupid these Abduls are. Like, as we continue with this womb thing, let me make my sisters continue with the womb thing, then we show you how naive and stupid they are, because he's going to use a verse from the Bible to say that Jesus came from an unclean source.
Very important, and it has a consciousness, it's talking, all sorts of things.
Let's go to Ibn Kathir.
Okay, I'll start reading. After Allah completed creating the creation, the womb stood up and pulled at the lower garment of the Most Merciful.
So womb of Allah stood up.
Yeah.
Okay. And pulled, according to translation, the garment of Allah. So Allah has a garment.
So if you do your own research on this, it's not actually saying that he pulled at the garment, even though that's what this Ibn Kathir is saying, the garment. It actually say he pulled on his loin. And what is a loin? A man's loin is what? So the womb got up and pull on Allah's loin. Wow, that womb is a beautiful womb. I don't know whose womb is it, but it must be. So this is what the sisters are revealing here.
In here, Allah's lower garment.
In
What is lower
in
garment?
his lower.
So when we go through the translation, we'll see that this is not actually the case. But a lower garment is, well, in today's terms, for men, I guess it's trousers. For women, it's a skirt.
Allah got a lower. Allah got a trousers. Allah did not become a man, but Allah got a trousers. Wow. According to these Muslims, Allah never become a man, but Allah got trousers. I wonder if he got Versace, Gucci, or Calvin Klein, or what Wrangler. Does he wear Wrangler jeans? I don't know what kind of jeans Allah wear, man. I wonder if Angel Jibril is the one who sew Allah garment. Allah does say to his garment, be, and there was a trousers.
Shirt or trousers. But at the time, they used to wrap a garment around the lower half.
Like big scarf, kind of.
Yeah, like you wrap around.
Yeah.
And it starts from just above the hips.
So Allah got a hip. Allah hip bone connected to his. Boy.
But you know where you put a belt? That's where the lower garment starts.
His lower garment is being pulled down.
Yeah, which is very.
By a womb. A womb touch Allah's lower garment. Wow. Allah, Allah, Allah for me. Don't you Allah at me.
Very disrespect. Can you imagine this womb stepping up to Allah and pulling on his lower garment? If the womb pulls any harder, Allah will lose his garment. So
let's hope that here.
Like how Muhammad lose his garment. One time they were building a mosque, and they claim Muhammad was helping them to carry stone, and Muhammad lose his garment, his lower garment. I don't know if a womb pull off Muhammad's garment, but he loses his lower garment.
Underwear or something.
I just Muslims, help us out. This womb is so disrespectful to Allah right now. This is according to Al-Bukhari by Abu Huraira that Allah's messenger said this.
Man,
So,
daughter of Christ is
and
funny.
then pull down the lower garment of Allah.
Oh, wow.
And then Allah says, ouch, what are you doing, man?
He actually said, ouch.
Yeah, obviously if someone is pulling on your lower garment,
said,
trousers
wow,
might fall
don't
off. You
expose
will
me
say
like
stop,
that.
wouldn't you? It replied, my stand here is the stand of one seeking refuge in you from the severance of ties.
So it's not only whom grabs the lower garment of Allah, but also speaks and also causes pain to Allah as well. Okay?
Yeah,
As he said,
it's very
ouch.
powerful.
And
The womb.
has a will, speaks and has a will.
So you talking about in the video in the post that I show you where a God the Muslims say God Jacob wrestled with God, but what Muslims don't understand is the God of the Bible is a father, and I have a young son, and when I am wrestling with him, I wrestle with him according to his ability, and I make him feel like he can actually win. That's how you grow up their confidence in a child, is making them feel like, hey, I can do this. I can do this. One day they will realize that you were just helping them out, But right now, it's good for them to know, like, hey, I win, I play soccer, and he kick, and I said, oh, you score. But I could stop him from scoring. I'm not stopping him from scoring because I want him, you know, to know that, you know, he can win in life. And this is what God do to his people. He tests them to make them, to show them that they can, you know, persevere, to show strength in them. And then he reward them according to their strength, to encourage them to continue in his way and to encourage them to continue to live according to the commandment he gave to them. Because encouragement is good. It is like conditioning a person to continue in good works. Without reward and without the test, you will not continue in good work. You will fall off the chart. And this is why God does the way things the way he do. He come with your strength. He enter into creation with your strength, with your and less than your strength, just to test you. You know, it's not that he have less than your strength, but he's showing less than your strength, exhibiting less than your strength, because he's all powerful. If you notice, he was wrestling with Jacob, and then within the strength, and when he touched Jacob have a dislocation in his joints, just showing you how powerful he is, that he could just touch someone and that happened to the person. But in the human form that he was wrestling with Jacob, he allowed Jacob to do that, because he came to Jacob with in the form of a human, using less power than Jacob has, so that to show that Jacob persevered. He was willing to go the extra mile. And if Jacob was lazy, even though God came to him in that way, Jacob would have still not get blessing. I would have still not be able to wrestle with God if he was the lazy person who did not care about where he was going, and he have a nonchalant mind. He would have never gotten the blessing. But because he was strong and you know, he persevered, you know, and that's what God seek, because he is a father. He come to us in our weakness. He come to us in our weakness to show us strength, to show us that we have strength in our weakness, and our strength is through him.
Will demands, I want this.
Yeah, notice that it doesn't give Allah any glorification. It doesn't say you're Lord of the worlds, you're God, you know, I come before your throne. Any of those respectful language. It just says, starts demanding things and pulling on him. It's just amazing.
The womb is a God himself. The womb is a God herself. So, but we know, so that's about the womb. Let's continue to see what this Abdul is saying. So we see that there's a womb who grab onto Allah. And we know that the womb grabbed onto Allah's loin. It didn't grab onto his garment. They're covering of something. Ibn Kitir is covering of something. And if you watch that video, you will see that the womb actually grabbed onto Allah's loins. And when he said loin, he's talking about, you know what he's talking about. But let's continue with this Abdul. And we see what the Abdul did. Let me show you what the Abdul did. Abdul, why do you live this way? I don't know, something is not okay with your brain. Yeah. Abdul, stop living this way. So he said Jesus came in an unclean way. But we know that our woman's reproductive system is not unclean. Uncleansed things that are unclean is from external, not from the internal. You know, no one, you know, unless there is some external sources that can enter a child while they are in their mother's womb because the mother got disease from an external source. Like HIV, a woman or a man was not born with HIV. The first HIV case, a person wasn't born with HIV. No, HIV is from an external source. And even if a person is born with an HIV, that person's parents, in most cases, got that HIV from an external source, not from, it wasn't a part, it wasn't innate, it wasn't part of them that they have HIV. So diseases are from external sources. But he says, how can ordinary human being beat God? But we already deal with that. It is because the 100% man, Jesus explicitly said he can able to do anything by himself, according to John 5 verse 30. Even when you teach these donkeys, man, they're still galloping. What does John 5 verse 19 says? Whatever the Father does, the Son does also. Whatever the Father does, the Son does also. If Jesus said he cannot do anything by himself, it's because he chose that. It's just like me. If there is anything in the household financial issue, I won't do it by myself. I would ask my wife, like, hey, what about us doing this? So we do it together. That doesn't mean that I could not do it by myself. Yes, I could do it by myself. So the idiot said, note briefly, Jacob explicitly says he had seen God face to face. So for any Christian to come and tell me Jacob fought with a man and wrestled him down, that's clearly mean Jacob was a false prophet and a lie. He's so stupid. He's so stupid. He believed that the only way a Christian can defend this is to say he was a man. Yeah, Jacob wrestled with a man and he called the man God. So the man was God. Because Jacob already knew his fellow human man and he cannot allow a powerless, ordinary man to defeat him so easily to change his name Israel. Oh boy. What is wrong with this Abdul's head? What is wrong with this Abdul's head, man? Wow. Give up all wisdom to become a Muslim. And look what the idiot gonna write. God knew is God. Jacob knew is God much more than Christians. Oh, wow. So he go to Job 15:14. What are mortal that they should be pure? Are those born of woman that they should be righteous? Who said this? No, I want to ask the Abdul, who said this? Was this said by Job? Was this said by a prophet? Was this said by anyone that God endorsed saying this kind of stuff? What is mortal that they should be pure? Are born of a woman that they should be righteous? Who said these things? Now, who said these things? This is how stupid this guy is. Let's take a journey and we look at these stuff. Let's look at these stuff ourselves. Because when Muslims speak, they don't speak with any sense at all. They just take any words they see in the Bible and they believe that it's in the Bible because God endorsed that saying, or is not just a revelation that God revealed that people were saying these things, that someone said these things. This guy doesn't even think. So let's look at what this Abdul is saying. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light What is man that he should be clean? And he which is born of a woman that he should be righteous. So, what is this saying really? Is this saying that a man who is born by a woman cannot be righteous? Is that what he's saying? Is that what this is saying? Is this what this verse is actually saying? That a man born by a woman cannot be righteous? Is that what the verse saying? You cannot be righteous if you are born by a woman. And righteousness doesn't come from man. The Bible doesn't teach that man's righteousness come from man. So let's read from the top. Let's read from the top. This is how we read the Bible. This is how we read the Bible. We don't read like Abdul's read. We read like Christians read. That's Christians should read. Okay, let's go to Job 15. Then answered Eliphaz the Temanite and said, should a wise man utter vain knowledge and fill his belly with the east wind? Should he reason with unprofitable talk, or with speeches with which he can do no good? Yea, thou cast off fear and restrainedness prior before God, for thy mouth utter thine iniquity, and thou choosest the tongue of the craft. So here is this man speaking, not God, not a prophet of God, but just a man, one of Job's friend. He's speaking. Thine own mouth condemneth thee, and not I. Yea, thine own lip testify against thee. Art thou the first man that was born, or was thou made before the hills? Hast thou heard the secret of God, and doest thou restrain wisdom to thyself? What knowest thou that we know not? What understandest thou which is not in us? So here is this man asking these questions. Not a prophet of God, but a man just asking questions and talking, just running off his mouth. With us are both the gray-headed and the very aged men, much elder than their father. Are the consolation of God small with thee? Is there any secret things with thee? Why doeth thine heart carry thee away? And what do thy eyes wink at, that thou turnest thy spirit against God, and lettest such words go out of thy mouth? So Job is talking, and this man is counteracting Job, for as I see. And then he get to 14, he said, what is man that he should be clean, and he which is born of a woman that he should be righteous? So this man asks this question, not Job, who was a God-fearing man, because according to the beginning of the chapter of Job, we see this in the book of Job. This is what we see. This is what we see when we read Job 1. Computer is a bit slow today. Slow like Mohammed. So when we go to Job 1, this is what we read. Job 1. There was a man in the land of Uz, whose name was Job, and this man was perfect and upright, and one that feared God and eschewed evil. So here it is, Job's friend saying something that when the Bible is introducing Job, he's saying that Job was perfect and upright and fear God. But Job's friend was saying these things. What is that telling you? That Job's friend was contrary to Job. And did God agree with everything that Job's friend said? Let's take a journey. Let's take a journey somewhere. Did God agree with everything that Job's friend said? We'll take this journey. No, God doesn't agree with everything they say. I will show you from the Bible, the same book of Job. And this is what Muslims do. They always quote, either they quote Job 15 verse 14, or they quote Job 25 verse 4. But listen to this. Listen to this. As if this is a revelation from God through a prophet. Like God is telling us, this is my saying. Or God is just revealing what Job's friends say. God is revealing what Job's friend says, but these Muslims take it as if it is a revelation from God for us to believe and follow. No, God is just revealing what people are saying, what these two men were saying. Job's two friends. Listen to this from the book of Job. After the Lord has spoken these things to Job, he said to Eliphaz, do you see this? The same man that just speak. The same man that just spoke in Job 15 verse 14. This is what God said to him. After the Lord has spoken these things to Job, let me make sure that you guys are seeing my stuff. Let me share it. I think I didn't share it. Let me share it. Let me share so that you can know that I care. So if you look at my screen right now, you will see what I'm sharing. I'm sharing so much things I'm sharing because I'm caring. After the Lord has spoken these things to Job, he said to Eliphaz, the Temanite, my anger is stirred up against you and your two friends because you have not spoken about me what is right as my servant Job has. So here is this man counteracting Job, telling Job things. And God is saying, you have not spoken truth about me as my servant Job has. So now take 7 bulls and 7 rams and go to my servant Job and offer a burnt offering for yourself because they sin against God. And my servant Job will intercede for you, and I will respect him so that I do not deal with you accordingly. Do you see? God is ready to destroy them, but he's also forgiving. Not that he's ready to destroy them. That's the wrong way to say it. But what they did deserved to be destroyed for what they did, or to be reprimanded and punished for what they say because they speak lies. But God is saying that because of my servant Job, you can do this because through my servant Job, and I will take it seriously because it's done. I will respect him because it's done through him, not through you. I don't want it from you. I want it from my servant Job. And my servant Job will intercede for you, and I will respect him so that I do not deal with you according to your folly, because you have not spoken about me what is right, and my servant Job as my servant Job has. Job 42 verse 7 to 8. So why is this Muslim quoting what? So I want to know, why is Adamu Bakari, why is he quoting what Job's friends say? Is he like them? Yeah, He's like that. Speaking things against God. That's what he's doing. Speaking things against God. So let's share what this idiot say again, and then we get out of here. Get out of here and disappear and never come back here until Jesus say I should come, his will be done. So let's get back to this guy. So what this guy is saying here, he's quoting from Job's friend, as if what Job's friend say is true about God. But God is revealing to us that what Job's friends say is not true. It's not true what his friends say. So what is wrong with this guy? You see how stupid this guy is? Very, 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 very stupid. Very stupid. Make no sense. And God wrestling with Jacob doesn't mean that God is not powerful. It means that God is so loving that he will come on our level or approach us on our level, and even in some instances to strengthen us, come to us in certain way below our level. Like, for example, in the case of Jacob, where Jacob was strong enough to overpower God in a sense. But did he really overpower God? No, God allowed him to do these things, because when God wanted to show that, hey, he touched him, and what happened when God touched him? What happened when God touched him? He touched him and his hip was dislocated. So we read this part for you. And when the man saw that he could not overpower him, he touched the socket of Jacob's hip, so that his hip was wrenched as he wrestled with the man. And when the man saw that he did not prevail against Jacob, he touched his hip socket, and Jacob's hip was put out of joint as he wrestled with the man. So you see how powerful the man was. So in the humanity that the man was wrestling with Jacob, in real time, the man realized in real time, because God can know things and then also have knowledge of real time. So God can know things because his foreknowledge know these things, but then God can know and feel things in real time. So he touched, notice what he said, he touched the hollow of his thigh, and he touched his hip socket, just touching it. So can you imagine, if you want to paralyze Jacob, Jacob could never wrestle with him. And Bible is written in languages so that we can understand, so we can have understanding of it. That's how it is written. It's not like, oh, Jacob was more powerful than the man. No, he was not. Jacob could never touch the man, and the man's hip socket go out of place. But the man could have done that to Jacob. The man could have touched Jacob and paralyzed Jacob. So I don't know what the Abdul talking about. But anyway, I want to say peace out, man, and God bless you all, man. And thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you for watching. God bless you all. You know, we are just here to reveal the stupidity of these Abduls, you know, and I don't know why Muslims believe that a woman's womb and private, or should I say sexual organ or reproductive organ is unclean. I don't know why they draw to these conclusions that the woman reproductive system is unclean. No. Things that are unclean comes from outside or from poor hygiene. That's what unclean. And even a man can be unclean if he's not dealing with proper hygiene. Anyone can be unclean if there is not proper hygiene or if you don't have good health. That's what makes us unclean. That's what makes us unclean, not nothing else. Our little babies that will take something from their mouth and put it into your mouth, and you will eat it because they are babies now. Later, they will do that stuff. You're not gonna want to take stuff from them because what? You realize that they grow up and they are more prone to have bacteria in their mouth if they're not properly cleaning themselves. So you're not gonna take something from. I would never take something from my older child mouth and put it in my mouth. I will never take, they're chewing something and they put it in my mouth and I chew it and swallow it. But if my baby boy chewing something and he put it in my mouth, I must chew it and swallow it. Because I know I brush his teeth, I take care of him, and his mouth is a lot cleaner than mine. That's the truth. His mouth is a lot cleaner than my mouth. That's just the reality of it. But even your mouth, what caused your mouth to be unclean? Is it because something in your mouth that is unclean? No. You don't, if you don't do proper hygiene, your mouth is unclean. And even between hygiene, bacteria still enter into your mouth. But it's outside source that causes your mouth to be unclean. Not that there is something in you that, or if you have waste product entering into places where it should not be. Like, for example, the reason some people get E. coli is because waste product enter from one part of the body into the mouth. The waste, human feces and animal feces give E. coli, cause E. coli in most cases where, E. coli enter into your digestive system because your digestive system is not mixed with your the food inside your stomach is not the same as the content in your intestine. Your intestine, the things from your intestine should never be in your stomach. So if the things from your intestine get into your stomach, where bacteria are in your intestine, and some of these bacteria are good bacteria that are in your body, but even those good bacteria should not be in certain part of your body. This is just the way the human body is, So I don't know what tell these Abdul that they always talk bad about women, because Muhammad underrate and put down women to the point that these women, these Abduls, believe that a woman's reproductive system is dirty. It is dirty, that or so unclean. But Allah come down to the lower heaven, according to the Hadith. Allah come down to the lowest heaven. I want to ask the question: is the lowest heaven cleaner than a healthy woman's womb? Is the lowest heaven cleaner than the womb that grab onto Allah's loins? No, the lowest heaven got bacteria, and clean things are in the lowest heaven, just like unclean things are in our atmosphere, and unclean things are in the lowest heaven. So I don't know what make Abdul believe that Allah coming down to the lowest heaven is more sanitary than God becoming a man via a woman's reproductive system. I don't know what got into their stupid mind and make them believe that this is so. But anyway, man, I want to say all praises to the triune God, the God who is above all gods, the God who give us wisdom to decipher things and to make sense of sensible things and to make nonsense of things that are nonsense. And as far as I see, Islam is nothing but nonsense. Why do you think the way you think? Why do you allow your mind to go to the stupidity that you go to? And why can't you read within context and understand within context? Why do you think that Job 15 verse 14 is something that God revealed so that we should endorse and believe what is said in these verses? Our God revealed them to us to show us the depravity of Job's friend's mind. That's what God revealed is for, because when we look at the when we look at the other things that God revealed, we see straightforward that God was revealing to us that what these people were saying were not godly and was not something that he endorsed. You see it from other places in the Bible, and this is why the Bible is not one verse. The Bible is many, many verses. If you look at here, this is Job 42, you will see where God did not agree with Job's friends. God did not agree with Job's friends. So why do you believe that you should agree with them if God did not agree with them? Because you are of the devil. You are of your father, the devil. You like to teach stupidity. You see right here, straightforward, where God said, my anger is stirred up against you and your two friends, because you have not spoken about me what is right, as my servant Job has. So I just want to say peace out, man. And I'm out of here. And God bless.